Well, we've spoken about it earlier. What a magnificent goal Owen Kelly scored the last day. His free taking is pretty impressive as well. 2 points on the score ball. Tom Kenny coming through the middle. Good stick work. Needs a little bit of support. Frankie Murphy calling for it. Over the far side, it's his midfield partner Carl Nocton. Scored the first point the last day for Cork. He's doing it again 6 days later.
Yeah, good play by Tom Kenny there. Won a very hard ball, and you know the competition. Every ball that breaks, there's 4 and 5 lads. Brian Gavin's trying to let the game flow early on here, and a few hefty challenges going in. But you know, I think he's right to try to get a bit of a flow into it.
Owen Kelly taking the 20-metre free, and I'm pretty sure he's going to tap this over the bar. Easy ball for Tom Kenny. Dropping it in towards Spraggy. Runs on to Isaki. Once he has the ball in hand, it's trouble for Waterford. And that is wide. Good chance for Cork here. Isaki did really well, except for the finish.
Yeah, he did, but I think Liam Lawler, in fairness too, he kept him out. You know, he pushed him away from the goals and did his job. And it was a difficult angle at that stage. It would have been a great goal to be able to put it over into the far top corner. 3-1 early in the game, and you know, no easy frees been given out there, so you have to really work hard for your score. Great tackling on both sides, so you know, not maybe flashy hurling, but exciting, interesting at the same time.
Wonder what happened between Liam Lawler and Isaki. Watch the number 3. Oh.
Yeah, definitely he was. Yeah, went with the head. He's going to be in trouble for that one.
That is not nice. And I'm sure the CCCC will be looking at that later on as Cork have a chance. It's scrambled way off the line. Wonderful defending, and guess who? Noel Connors. This should have been a goal. It was heading towards the goal line. Just a little touch. And just there, Connors got there. Wonderful defending as Pat Horgan chased after it. Well done, number 4.
Great cornerback play. Look, we see it again. Pat Horgan did everything right. Lovely little flick. Was probably certain it was going to be a goal, and Noel Connors dashed in. Great defending and cleared a certain goal.
.65. Light mist beginning to fall here now in Semple Stadium as John Gardner takes this 65. Looks good from here. Umpire confirms that is the case.
Yeah, Marty, I'd have to say he's absolutely having an outstanding year, John Gardner, scoring from frees, from play, but he's defending brilliantly as well. Had a great game here the last day, and you know, playing some of the best hurling of his life this year.
Ball. Shane Walsh and Milan between them combined. The finish by Milan is superb. Second point for the De La Salle man, and it's 5 points to 3.
Yeah, great play by Shane Walsh again here. You know, lovely, just a simple little flick out and a simple score by John Milan.
Puck out down to Cusson towards Frankie Murphy. Pat Horgan. Michael Cusson is coming in first. Here's Frankie, the captain. Floating one across. In the centre is Niall McCarthy. Can he get a touch? Good defending by Owen Murphy. And it's gone out over the line. Good defending by this man, it must be said.
Yeah, it was a brilliant ball by Kieran Murphy over to Niall McCarthy. You know, really should have done better. Great hook by...
Cork really have had the best of the goal scoring chances.
Well, they've had nearly all the play. They've had nearly all the play as well. Like Waterford are living off crumbs.
Here's Kevin Moore going through the centre. Scored last Sunday. Oh, that's a brilliant bit of defending. Comes out for his own Kelly. Can he supply the finish? The umpire goes for the flag. 4 points for Owen Kelly in this match. That's his 3rd.
Yeah, and a super point. I was just, if he hit it wide, Seamus Prendergast was completely free over here. You'll see him there
to hit it into John Milan. Not a great ball inside, I'm afraid, from Milan. Easily cut out by Shane O'Neill. Looking sharp. Down towards Michael Cusson. Chasing after him is Noel Connors. This is going to be interesting. Still Cusson! Liam Lawler is there.
And great save by Clinton Hennessy. Marty there. I think we'll get a chance to see it again. A brilliant save by Hennessy.
And here comes Connors, driving it along. Coming out to meet it is Shane Murphy. Gets there first. Crowd at the far side felt he had crossed the line. The linesman, James Owens, didn't. Ronan Curran dropping it in. There's a whistle that belongs to the referee being blown, and there's a free in for Cork. 3 goal scoring opportunities for Cork in this first half. But here's a brilliant save from Clinton Hennessy.
And he took plenty of steps too, Michael Custom. It actually hit him. Maybe he didn't save it. He just hit him on the shoulder there and back out. But he stood up well to it, and it didn't go into the net.
Gives you an idea of the angle that Ben O'Connor is facing. Squeezes it inside the right hand post for his second point. First point for Richie Foley from Abbey side in County Waterford. And this is a thing of beauty when it's done properly.
Yeah, and a fine game he's having too, Richie Foley. Much better today. The stitches out and, hurling a lot more freely than last weekend.
Well, it certainly has brightened up the first half, Richie Foley, with that wonderful sideline cut. Certainly Waterford will be happy to go in.
Marty Morrissey, thank you for the moment. Tomas McCahey and the lads here with me in studio. Tomas, you're behind, you're 4 points behind.
Yeah, Michael, I suppose you'd be very disappointed if you're a Cork man, certainly as a manager of the team, and certainly sitting here you'd be disappointed as well. I mean, we've got 1 point from playing the first half, 35 minutes hurling. It has come from a midfielder, and the rest have come from a 65 and freeze, and that's not kind of what Cork hurling was about and stuff, certainly. And I suppose you've got to give, again, I say you've got to give credit to Waterford, because they have brought the extra man. We mentioned about Malumphey coming away out, and he's crowded that midfield area. There's been very little space. It's been a very low scoring game, and that doesn't suit Cork hurling. And certainly, I mean, it doesn't suit the forwards that are there, but there's so much ball that is so one dimension. It's so pedestrianised, I mean, on the basis of either hit it, and I mean, there's balls gone into, exactly, we mentioned about getting direct ball in, but you put a direct ball in, you put it in quick, you put it outside your man, you put it in different angles and stuff like that. I mean, and Cousin hit one ball there in the first half. Geez, there was snow coming down off the ball. It went so high, so yeah. That's not certainly the tact that I would have felt that Cork were going to it.
As Marty said in the commentary, the pattern is almost the same as it was last week.
It is, no doubt about it, right? And I suppose they can be, you can talk about the goal chances were there, certainly. I mean, maybe they could have got one of those goals and it would be kind of your point behind it, stage, but it isn't reflective of what's there. I think there's a bit more hunger in the Waterford guys, there's a bit more cohesion there, and they have the scoring forwards. Milan gets a ball, Kelly gets a ball, and they're getting points.
We'll hear from the other two lads in a while, but it's time for us to take it.
Michael, forget about the soccer, but you hope it's not going on the road of football where everybody's going back behind the ball, and all of a sudden it's throwing the ball, and there's a
but
kind
but there is
a touch about it, and it is, I mean, from a neutral point of view, it is affecting the game of hurling, certainly. We're not seeing the high scoring games we've seen in the past, and it is having a big impact, certainly.
Well, I tell you, in all our time coming to Thurles, we've always heard about the open space at Thurles and using the open space at Thurles. They're all running after the ball, as Michael Dayton said there. They're all over the right hand side one, they're all over the left hand side. You look out, there are huge tracts of land with nobody in it, not even a forward or a back. Like, if these are tactics, they're crazy tactics on both sides now, in fairness.
Yes.
Now, the only good hurling that has been done and the only good ball that's been laid in has been by Waterford, funny enough. They've got about, I think, four or five chances of points from play, and they've taken them. They've taken their chances. The ball to Milan, ball into him, and at least he's a skillful forward, and when he gets a chance, he can put it over the bar.
Mind you, if Cork had taken some of the goal chances they got in that match, we'd have a lot of scores in it.
Yeah, this is the thing, like, there's not a ball, it's got very slippy now, the pitch is a little bit of light rain, and the chance...
And that first half, now it ended up more or less between Isaki and Liam Lawler, the Waterford full-back. A couple of other players got involved, first of all. What do you make of this?
Well, like, the thing is, there was a little bit liquid. There's handbags too, first of all. Noel Connors here, just tipping out. Now, Isaki comes in. Now, this is the trouble. Laura comes out, dumps him in the back. Isaki put their heads into another, and a little flick here. You see, get him down underneath. It looks like it. Now, here, there's a better angle here, and if he does...
I think it's to watch Isaki's hurry here.
Watch his hurry. He's going to be in trouble if this happens. But, like, it's hard to judge it fully here. Look at here, just a little flick, and down you go. But I don't think it looks very bad. It looks bad for Isaki, but, like, he hopped.